Okay, well, let's get down to the key matchup that everyone's focusing on. Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, and Arizona's passing offense against Pittsburgh's awesome pass defense. Now, there's a big thread on SBR in the NFL handicapping session started by poster I Win Your Money, which is called Am I the Only One Not Impressed by the Steelers? And in that thread, the poster, the seer, a guy who really knows football, put it pretty bluntly. He writes, no one can shut down Fitzgerald. And then right after that, there's a response by poster Poet Warrior 41, who writes, this team has proven time and time again that they can shut down anyone. Watch and see. They will drop their linebackers into coverage the whole game. Warner will throw 3 picks. So who's right? Who's going to win this battle? In the game against Philly, Kurt Warner's quick release completely negated Philadelphia's blitz. I saw a stat where Kurt Warner actually threw 14 touchdowns against the blitz this year, tops in the NFL. So how much should Pittsburgh blitz, and how successful will they be? Does Pittsburgh's defense have something that Philly's defense didn't have, and that will give us a reason to expect a different outcome here? Justin Seven, you go first.
Oh, I think Arizona got a little bit lucky against Philly. Pittsburgh has 51 sacks on the regular season with their defense, and if you don't blitz Arizona, you're committing suicide. You have to if you choose not to ever blitz, if you're going to double cover Fitzgerald and Bolden, you're going to get picked apart on the small and short routes. You just can't do that.
But won't Warner's quick release that was so successful against Philly work the exact same way here?
Quick release will help, but he's still going to get sacked 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 in this game.
Okay, so just how great then overall is Pittsburgh's defense? I mean, are they as invincible as some people are saying they are?
Pittsburgh's defense is just a very good random number generator that tends to put out low scores for the team. They are obviously the best in the NFL, but they can be scored on.
Okay, Vegas Dave, what do you think? Should we expect anything significantly different from Pittsburgh here than we saw from Philly last week?
I agree with Justin on this one. I think Pittsburgh's defense is pretty clearly the best in the NFL this year. But you look at Philadelphia, by the numbers, they were in just about every category the 3rd best defense in the NFL this year, and they didn't stop Arizona at all. This Pittsburgh defense doesn't rival the Ravens defense or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense of a couple Super Bowls past.
Okay, and Bob Harvey, give me your take on Pittsburgh's defense and their chances of shutting down Arizona's passing game compared to other teams that have recently tried.
I agree with both Justin and Vegas Dave. The Steelers have some great individual players. Harrison, Polamalu, just to take a couple off the top of my head. This is a very good Pittsburgh defense. I don't think it's a great defense. I agree with the guys that the Ravens probably have a better defense than the Steelers. Eagles had a good defense by the numbers coming in, and Arizona lit them up.
Okay, well, this is a good segue into talking about the total. Now, the total is currently at 46.5, which is much closer to where Arizona's totals have been over the past 10 weeks or so than Pittsburgh's. Arizona's totals have been in the mid to upper 40s, and Pittsburgh's totals have been in the mid to upper 30s. So with this one at 46.5, it seems to be suggesting that people are expecting a game closer to Arizona's typical game than to Pittsburgh. So what do you guys think about this? And if it is high scoring, is that going to give Arizona an advantage? In that thread by I Win Your Money, started by I Win Your Money, the poster Pavi Racer gave this quote. He says, in a shootout, you always take the team with the best offense, and this is the Cardinals. So what do you think about this? Are we expecting a shootout? And if so, does that give the Cardinals an edge? Bob Harvey, what do you think about the total?
If this game turns into a shootout, Arizona wins and they're Super Bowl champions. Arizona has got more weapons than Pittsburgh. And the reason I'm going to play the over in this game is because of the big play potential on both teams. If Ben Roethlisberger throws a couple of touchdown passes, if Santonio Holmes comes up with a big play on special teams, you've got 3 touchdowns right there, coupled with what I think that Arizona is going to score. I think you're looking at an easy over in this game.
Okay, Justin Seven, what's your take on the total? Do you see a shootout coming? And if so, does that help Arizona's chances?
I made the total 45, so I have no betting opinion on it, although I think 47 is a little high, and I would take under 47 at a good number. I don't buy conventional wisdom about shootouts. I play it by the numbers. I don't expect this game to be a shootout, so take that with what you will.
Okay, Bob, well, Justin has just flat out disagreed with you. What do you think about that?
I'm going to stick by what I said. I think the public perception of this Pittsburgh defense is that they rank with one of the all-time Steeler defenses. I'm not going to be sucked into the historic Steeler defense in this one. I think they're okay, but I don't think they're a great defense, and I think there's going to be a lot of points scored.
Vegas Dave, you want to get in on this? You want to weigh in on the total?
Sorry, Bob, but I'm with Justin on this one. I think, well, Justin didn't definitively say he liked the under, and I wouldn't either, considering how dominant this Arizona Cardinals offense can be. I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable betting the under, but I don't think this game is going to be a shootout either. I think both these teams are going to run the football a lot. Both these teams are going to try and keep the opposing offense off the field. If Arizona's defense isn't a mirage, if we've been wrong to this point, there's a good chance that they could step up and make some plays and keep Pittsburgh out of the end zone. So I think there will be plenty of field goals kicked in this game, and I don't think it's going to be the over-the-top shootout that a lot of people have it chalked up to be.
It's time for the picks. Everyone, you have to make a pick. Pick a bet that you think has the most value here. You can pick a spread, either side of the spread, the money line, or the total. If you don't think any pick has value, you can say that, but you have to make one pick that you would pick if you were forced to pick one. And also briefly mention the key factor that informs your choice. Briefly, people. Okay, Justin 7, what's your pick?
I like the Cardinals at plus 7.5. If you can't get that on game day, then buy the hook at plus 120. I think it'll be a close game, close to equal yardage. Pittsburgh's red zone defense will win it, but 7.5 is a great number.
Okay, Bob Harvey?
I absolutely agree with Justin. Arizona plus the points is the way to go in this game. If you get them at 7.5, it's an absolute steal. It's going to be a close game. If Pittsburgh wins, they win it by 3 or 4, but take Arizona and the points. Absolutely.
Wow, okay. Vegas Dave?
I like the Steelers -7 here. Last time the best passing offense in the Oakland Raiders faced off against the best defense in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, my Raiders lost quite handily. I'm not saying Pittsburgh's nearly as good as that Tampa Bay defense was, or that Arizona's offense isn't better than the Oakland Raiders offense, but in a battle of offense versus defense, give me the defense every single time, and 7 seems like a lot of points. But Pittsburgh has shown that they can close games out and they can score late to put games, farther away than they actually looked during the game. I think Pittsburgh -7 is the right side here.
Okay, I think my pick is also going to be Arizona +7. Willie Parker scares me. Pitt's run defense scares me, but I don't see Pitt getting a big early lead. And if they do, I see Arizona as more than capable of a comeback to make it close. All right, thanks very much, guys. Well, there you have it. No one thinks Larry Fitzgerald can be stopped, but only Bob likes the over, although I have a lean towards it. The SBR Brain Trust votes 3-1 in favor of Arizona as the side with likely value, and the one voting for Pittsburgh was Vegas Dave, so, I'm just saying, it's Vegas Dave. Thanks to all the SBR forum posters for providing food for thought. If you need nonstop analysis up until kickoff, I'm sure it'll all be going down on sbrforum.com. Good luck with your bets, everyone. What? No, I wasn't. I love Vegas. I'm just saying it was Vegas Dave. I wasn't dissing him.